All right, we're back. Let's do the rest of the year talk. And I completely dropped the ball. I've had maybe 3 reminders to do wrestler of the year. And I gotta be honest, the whole thing, I usually the week of the state tournament that I'm prepping to do it, going through everyone and choosing winners and trying to get the awards and make sure they get picked up in enough time for the tournament. This year, Cleveland, man. Cleveland had me obsessed. I'm trying, I'm trying to beat Cleveland. Going through so much video in the practice room, private lessons. Doing, I mean, really, I was more focused as a coach than I was on the website. And we still, what would we come up? Still 80 points short. So not that I'm still talking about that with my therapist every day or 5 times a week or nothing like that. But that was the
not gonna
case.
come get you while you're in bed at night, Ham.
Yeah,
He's not gonna come get you.
for sure. All right, man. Let's start off with the girls. Who'd you have?
Man, Robin Eunice, monster, monster, monster in freestyle Greco. Monster and folk style isn't even her style, you know. I watched her finals match earlier today, and I think she picked bottom one period, and the other girl picked top the other period, trying to put legs in, trying to ride her. Rode her the second period, but then third period she got up, got to her feet, got to an overhook, and
Lights out.
Yeah, she laid her. That girl's a beast. She could. What weight was that? Was 130 something, 125. You 126-pound boys just better be glad they separated them. You know, watch out. She's
for sure. For sure. She's a wrestling pedigree, man. I don't know if you know. She's had brothers that grew up in the sport. All of them were monsters. All the Eunices. And I mean, another stat I want to throw out there: 10 minutes, 58 seconds total the last 2 years at the state tournament.
Total 2 tournaments.
Total 2 tournaments. 10 minutes, 58 seconds. Getting them out of there. It's like she wrestles with somewhere to go. She's
got places to be, got stuff to do.
Absolutely.
5.5 of those minutes was her finals match this year. 5.5 of those minutes.
Oh yeah. I think she got a tech ball. She got a tech ball this year.
It was actually low scoring. She got first takedown, rode her out, and then she got the other girl, the Clarksville girl, got 2 legs in, put a tough ride on her. You know, obviously her being more of a freestyle oriented person, it was a little. You got boots in, were able to ride her a little bit, but then third period, she escape, overhook, pin. Low scoring, took her a little bit of time, but she gonna get you.
She's eventually.
Boogie Man and Boogie Woman.
I totally forgot where she's going to college, but yeah, I look forward to seeing her at the next level.
I believe Dixie something.
That's it, Dixie State. That's where she's going.
Do you know where Dixie State is?
Unfortunately not. No.
Got to be somewhere out there. Dixie State University is in Utah, St. George, Utah. It looks like a beautiful campus. Yeah. We'll have to definitely have her on talk
for more. For sure.
No,
Rob, hit us up. Hit us up. We want you on.
Yeah, we'd love to have you on, Robin.
In a non-creepy way, I've been in your inbox inviting you on the show. In a non-creepy way, I promise.
Sam's the least most creepy dude out there. I know he looks like he'd be creepy, but he ain't.
I look bad. I promise you. I'm non-threatening. I promise. All right, D2, and I know where you're going, D2. And I mean, for sure, we're probably in agreement.
Yeah.
I went with
state champ
4 times. I went with Noah, but I was conflicted on this one simply because you got Trey Howard from Macaulay. You got Trey, double Fargo champ, freshman national champ from the year before. And I mean, he didn't get to wrestle as a freshman because of the transfer rule. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, he doesn't have the body of work yet that Noah's put together, but he's still a baby.
He's going to get it.
For sure. For sure. He was like a hot knife through butter at the state tournament as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I was kind of torn on the both of them, but you got to go with Noah. You have to.
Man. Just 2 titles in public, 2 titles in private. There's always every year. Who would win? He won them both. He won them both twice.
For sure.
There was nobody that could do anything with him for 14 years in a row. You know, like he said when we talked to him earlier, with the flu his freshman year. The state tournament is when the state tournament is.
Absolutely.
And he showed up 14 years in a row, ready to go, no matter what, and won it. You know, that legacy is is so impressive. To never take a year off. I remember like crying in my bed 4th grade because my mom didn't let me go to the state tournament because I was sick. You know, no one wasn't having it. No one showed up. He put up, you know, wins.
Not only did he show up, he got the job done. So I mean, you got to take your hat off that.
Yeah, nothing stopped him. I mean, you know, you got to show. It's not UFC. You can't pull out a fight. It's not boxing. You can't. Floyd Mayweather can't. You got to fight me in Utah at 3 a.m. with 12-ounce horsehead gloves made from my farm in Kentucky. You know, you can't do that. You show up February, you know, 3rd weekend of February, and you scrap. Whatever you feel like, whatever you got going on, you got to be healthy and on weight. So he was able to do that. 14.
Absolutely. Got to give it to him.
Yeah, impressive. Really impressive. What a beast. Division 1. I'd love to.
Wait. Let's do Division 1 last. I got a diatribe. Let's go small schools.
Small school. Man. You take the lead.
So I went with Kodiak Kennedy, 145.
Cool.
Kid's a monster and kid's young, but I did it for a couple of reasons. He knocked off a couple of state medalists. One being my own, Stephen Fezak. He ran through Fezak. We went up to we had a duel with those guys. He killed him. He also split with the large school state champ, Jackson Hurst. He beat him.
You got to win over him.
Yes, beat him in an earlier tournament, and I believe they faced again later, and he lost in overtime. But got to win over the large school champ as well. So I went with
that helped him. The win over the large school champ, that really helps his argument. Some of the other guys may have not gotten the opportunity to wrestle the D2 or large school guy. Other candidates I thought were, you know, competing for that. I think Kodiak's a great guy for it. Hunter Mason coming out as a freshman and having the showing he had. He had wins over Watkins, who's had some good wins. He had a win over Aiden Bowers, who got second in D2, pinned in the finals. You know, he's a hammer. And then Garrett Foreman has it for a couple of reasons, has a good argument. Him and Dally both. They led their team to titles, you know, duels and individuals. So just loaded with talent. Love Kodiak as a winner there. Mutual's good too. The guy who beat Mutual. Done it his whole life. Came out of Baylor Wrestling, Red Raider Wrestling Club with Mike Sutherland.
We won't hold that against him.
Yeah, we won't. He works so well, you know, so he can be liked by everybody. Yeah, I'm with you. Kodiak, tough kid, man. Full of tough kids. The whole division. Other candidate, he didn't get to wrestle the whole season, and he didn't get opportunities to wrestle the champs from the other divisions. But Daniel Yurchuk.
Yes, Yurchuk was straight out my favorite. He had a short season. What happened?
He came back from a labrum tear. He was playing all off season. He had to miss most of the season due to that, but he came back, was 19-0. Had some close matches at the state tournament, but he controlled them all.
Awesome.
He didn't put up a ton of points to get pins or have a fancy finish, but dominated those matches. And I would have loved to seen him get the opportunity to wrestle Trey Bates and who was our 120-pound champ in D2?
120 was Bates. 20 was Bates.
No, in D2.
Sorry. Nobody pays attention to D2.
Dude, yeah, those guys, bunch of preppy, they're too worried about learning.
Right. You know what? At their state tournament, we put them in the dark part of the gym, so that the spotlight's on everyone else.
Right, on who deserves it. Although we got over there. We got results, D2, 120 pounds. Dane Darmiple, I'm very sorry, Dane.
Yeah.
You
Dang.
At 120 pounds. I love to see those guys wrestle each other. None of the three wrestled each other this year.
That is insane.
That they did loaded weight class. Even the second placers, Belcher, Brayman, he lost prior to the finals, but Bradford, Belcher, Brayman, loaded with talent at 120 pounds.
For sure.
So yeah, Kodiak Kennedy.
All right.
AWA Wrestler of the Year. AAA. I'm going with Skylar Coffey.
Are you? I'm
Yeah.
going to disagree with you, but give me your argument for coffee.
I've got an honorable mention. You may not
All
agree
right.
with me on that one either, but
All
Coffee, man, All-American at Virginia Beach the year before, lost to an Irwin for in the placing match. I guess I don't know if he went to Super 32s. He did, and he placed.
Yes,
Placed
he
in
did.
Super 32s. Dominated. I mean, and did you see his backflip?
Oh yeah. But gotta give Chup Chup a shout out. Chup Chup can do a backflip too, and Chup Chup was not nearly as impressive looking as Coffee.
It's important you can do it. You can do
Yes.
it. Coffee just so dominant, in my opinion. Just so dominant. Ended his senior career, capped off his career the best way he could. What a stud. The only other guy that I have that's honorable mention for me is near and dear to my heart. I wanted to pick him, and if it wasn't for Coffee, I would have. That's Trey Bates. Overcoming adversity, not everything. Life don't always go your way. And he found a way to fight through, things not always going his way, and put together a tough state tournament, beat some hammers, pulled off some good matches. A lot of respect.
Bates, man, yeah, he handles it. He handles adversity so well. He's always so even keel. I mean, even for young wrestlers out there, you watch Bates. Even bad things happen in the match, and Bates is able to always keep his cool, always keep the task at hand on his mind and push through it. Kid is unflappable, unflappable.
Yeah, man, really
I
impressive.
I didn't choose either of those guys though.
All right, he got.
I went with Trey McDaniel, man.
Yeah, absolute hammer, and he's gonna get it next year.
yeah, he is. So I mean, junior this year, and ran people out of his weight class everywhere you hear. I mean, you guys know who you are. In my email, what weight is Trey going? What weight is Trey going? Everyone trying to get away from him. Another one, he had a win over Bates in the Father Ryan final. I got to bring up his stats again. He had another win over state champ as well.
And
he took a couple of L's. He took a couple of L's this year, but look at the L's that he took.
At the Beast of the East, or what?
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm not one to to credit people for a close loss. I try not to do that, but yeah, still, that's he's represented Tennessee really well, and
doesn't shy away from competition.
Yeah, bring it on,
And didn't he place at Fargo as well in off season?
Yep, Fargo placer.
Yeah, I gave it to Trey. Trey ran. I only know of one kid that actually said, "What weight is Trey McDaniel going? I want to take that match." There's only one kid out there. I don't know if I want to shout him out yet, but everyone else was running from him.
One kid who did get a win over Trey in recent history, who is an absolute hammer, Hunter Mason in Greco at the Freestyle and Greco State last spring.
Get out of here.
Beat him in the finals in Greco. Real close match. 13-10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't say that too loudly. He may get angry.
Yeah. Trey, I you're a hammer. I just respect Hunter Mason. That kid's coming, and he's for real. He's a freshman. Sure. You got to deal with him for 3 more years. AAA. Good luck. Good luck getting. He's going to pick and choose. He's going to pick a weight every year, and he's going to be the title holder, in my opinion.
Sure. I said on the last show, I'm full go Chattanooga, and it was kind of mixed feelings when Trey committed to Army. I just knew somehow, some way that Chattanooga was going to snatch him up, and we missed it.
What a for him not go. Selfishly we want him there at UTC, but what a place to go instead.
Absolutely.
Ward there.
Absolutely.
Keeping.
Even UTC alum Lloyd Rogers is up at Army.
Yeah, Lloyd Rogers is there?
Yep, shout out.
Lloyd Rogers is that dude.
Yes.
Lloyd Rogers is the man.
Yes.
He got threw a ref out of the McKenzie Arena at the state tournament. Was a questionable bad call.
Shout out, Lloyd Rogers, man.
And I was like 13, 12 years old. I was like, yeah, Lloyd.
That is awesome. Hey man, that's it. Yeah, all the guys that I chose, I usually send awards for them, so I'll be in touch with your coaches.
Yeah, cool. Good for you guys. Skylar, just remember when you see Hamm in the street.
Skylar, you know you're my boy. You know you're my boy. I just
remember.
Skylar won everything else.
He said it. Yeah.
He won everything else. All right, man. It's a good show. Next time, coming from Hamm and the Beat.
Come on. Come see us. Let's talk about where you're going next year. We'll see you soon.
Sure.
Thanks.
For sure. All right. Thank you, guys.